how do you guys sort of like increase and support an institution's overarching like marketing technology stack?
Yeah, absolutely. So, a couple of ways. The first thing I'll mention is we have our chat solution that we call Campus Connect, and this allows institutions to take the chat functionality from the Conduit platform
Yeah.
and with a strip of JavaScript code, embed it onto their website or any website, any web presence that they want to have, right? And or
Nice.
that they own, right? And so this is an example from University of Notre Dame's webpage. You see this little chat bubble here off to the side. That's our Campus Connect chat widget that's embedded on their website. And so there's two modes for Campus Connect. There's offline and online. And so offline enables an institution to cultivate leads from whatever page they put this on, right? You think about the standard website experience. If I'm on the biology page and I have questions about it, now I have to go to the contact info page, or I have to find my counselor, or I have to
Yeah.
do whatever. And then you're going to lose that student, right? And so what we enable institutions to do is post office hours and say, hey, we're going to have counselors available at specific dates and time. But if they want to ask a question, then they can fill out a quick form, and that's going to go to the dedicated inbox of whatever you say you want admissions info to go to, or it's on the financial aid page, financial aid, and you can
Sure.
create different widgets for each of these environments. So the financial aid office gets the emails about financial aid, admissions gets questions about admissions, the honors program gets questions about honors program, and you can just have these available on your site as a lead gen portal to identify anonymous visitors on the website. If you're live, you then have the opportunity. It creates this environment where it just inobtrusively comes out and says, hey, live chat's available now. Click here to open. You open the chat, and now you have the ability to connect with a counselor or
Nice.
representative at the institution. And of course, we have Jon Snow asking how winters are on campus. We got to find an updated reference to throw into our mock chat widget. But you have the opportunity now to have that live engagement on the platform as well. All of that data is pulled into your Conduit activity reports and then is delivered to your CRM through the processes that we would ideally set up with SFTP delivery of your activity reports and your clickstream reports, right? And so this is one way that we use to identify prospects across your site and help you to engage with those students. The other is with our we have a partnership with Capture Engage, where we connect Conduit to the behavioral intelligence platform so that you have all of these students that engage with your activity on every single day, right? They're on the admissions page, they're researching content, they're on financial aid, and Capture has great dynamic content to help drive to kind of that next step. But there's always this population of students who remain somewhat anonymous, right? And what we do with this relationship is we actually are able to increase the identification of prospective students via the website traffic that's already happening organically, as
Nice.
well as driving engagement with virtual content, and then create that clear attribution of the online engagement. So imagine a scenario where student who you acquired from PSAT, SAT, College Board, whatever, niche, whatever source you're getting the names from, that student has not responded to any of your search messaging, but they've been on your website 100 times. They've done all these things, but you don't know that they've done any
Sure.
of that stuff, right? Then they access your Conduit platform. That student is now immediately identified because they're accessing it via a Q token, and that activity is then delivered back to Engage and connects the dots, right? So
Yeah.
all of that activity they were doing before is now tied to an identified record, and then that follows them throughout the rest of their process and is now a part of that student's record. That's the power of combining these two platforms together as part of this process. And we have a plugin for our partners to be able to activate that as part of their partnership if that's something they wanted to do from a software perspective. And I would
Yeah.
say that makes all the sense in the world to have that extension, because now what you're talking about are ways to create dynamic content on the web while also leveraging the insights and updating those student records. So those are the pieces with baked into Conduit that
Yeah.
extend to the school's website. With all of that said, we are, again, able to embed Facebook remarketing pixels, Google remarketing pixels, Slate Ping, Clarity by Carnegie Dartlet. We've got all the different ways that any type of marketing automation or marketing attribution software, a Conduit is in the floor behind the wall. We want to connect all of those
Yeah.
things together. So any of that type of digital marketing activity that an institution is using, they can tie Conduit into that. So a student engages with your content, then start seeing the remarketing ads about why they should apply for financial aid or whatever it is, right? And so all of those elements kind of tie all of that activity together to best support those conversion outcomes.